wegen der Mieter, haben wir gehalten, mit mir reden wegen der Wassermieter. Jeder Mensch kann bekommen, also wie Gas, Elektrik, jeder muss sein eigener Wassermieter.
The city, as a policy, I don't believe issues water meters separately per property. They don't meter the water property separately. What they do is they meter the property itself. So, that's why landlords try very hard to encourage their tenants to keep the water down. Obviously, the problem is that if you have one family using a lot of it, one family using a little of it.
And macht ein bisschen mehr Sinn mit Schulen, mit Weinigen.
If you have a big shul, it's going to cost you a lot of water meter.
Und noch eine Sache, heute noch mal angebringt, aufgearbeitet hat wegen der Open-Side Parking, noch machen wegen der Sanitation, wegen der Klinik. Ihr halt das.
Well, I believe what he wanted to do is have a bunch of little people running around with vacuum cleaners that were going to vacuum under the cars or something. Yeah, we're not going to have vacuum cleaners because that's just not realistic. There's not going to be little people running around the city of New York vacuuming under cars. But what I do want to do is something that the city council has had a bill that hasn't been able to move, and I want to work with the administration to get that passed. And that would require the city to have GPS installed in the sanitation sweepers. And this way, if you have alternate side of the street between 9:30 and 11, and the street sweeper goes by at 9:35 and the street's clean, the app changes to green. And you could then park there. We reclaim 85 minutes of the 90 minutes back for the people. So I need to work with the city to get that done. Exactly that. The sanitation does have that in the court trucks, but the data is not available in real time to the community. Unlike the snow plows, where you can actually track. If the snow plow came down at 10 o'clock, it's going to come back down at 11:35. You can actually see it in real time. I want to get that system and that technology available to the public by way of an app. And the city can do a lot of great things with an app. You can do 311 by app now. You can track your parking. You can track what's going on with alternate street parking via Twitter. There's so many things that you can do now just by having a phone. And I think everybody needs to delete WhatsApp, but we can definitely get a good app for the city of New York to help people track where you're able to move your car back for alternate side street parking. Something I want to work with the administration to get done. Well, we could try.
Yeah, but it's not a problem with the traffic with the cars, the truck deliveries, double park, frating, eine geht so mit der so, eine geht so mit der so. Wieso kann man zufriedenstellen mit den Menschen? Es hat sich zentralen ein bisschen zufriedenstellen.
So there's a lot of things I talked about traffic during the campaign. One of the things I talked about was that I need to bring the commissioner down here. David Greenfield brought the commissioner down in the last few months to take a look at some of the key traffic problems. We need the commissioner to come down and do traffic studies in our neighborhood to determine if some of the things that I've thought about can be feasible. For example, I've talked about whether or not we can make 15th and 16th one-way each, just like they did to 13th and 14th. Years ago, 13th and 14th was two ways. Avenue N and Avenue O were two-way streets, and because of the traffic, they made it one-way in each direction. We need to explore 15th and 16th can become one-way in each direction. We can also explore things like right turn lanes, left turn lanes, at Dale and 18th Avenue, where you come to a wall and you can split off the traffic. And if you do a couple of little things here, a couple of little things there, and you ease the traffic congestion just a little bit, I think it would make life a lot better. And I think it's something that we can do.
In der Kammertour ist noch mit was Sachprobleme jetzt mit der FBI, mit der anderen Sachen, mit den Drogen und alle Sachen. Wir haben mit kennen machen jetzt wir kennen Rangehen in Sicilien und die Welt also mit the
Well, I can't help anybody who's got a problem with the FBI.
It's had programs in the long Sachen mit dem Kinder mit dem days the panic.
Listen, the important part about it being a government is the ability to get the programs into the community. But everybody who gets these programs, they have to be responsible. And for the most part, I truly believe it. And in my campaign, or this campaign, there were some people who were running who didn't think that this was true. But I believe that most yeshivas, most Talmud Torahs, every organization, they work very, very, very hard to be honest, to do the right thing, to get the programs into the community, to use the funds the right way. And every once in a while you open up the newspaper and you see one. And it's only one. And it's just like in any industry. It's just like in the police. We have a 35,000 member police force, and then you have one bad cop. 35,000 cops is still good, but you got one bad one. So every once in a while you do have that. But for the most part, our yeshivas are honest. They work hard to do the right thing.
Noch gesagt, mit der weißt du, mit Schranken, wenn die Kinder sollen bekommen die Bus passes, sie können fahren mit der City Bus in school. Und wenn eine moeilijke Sache,
We had that when we were kids. We had the bus passes.
But who's coming to Shalom making the program made available for the Moses and for the Midas schools? Going to the Moses and the school of buses, traffic, and to gain for the kinder in school, cars, and also have the city bus over there going to school.
Right, so there's no one solution fits all problems, but and every yeshiva is a little different, and every parent's a little different. But there are some yeshivas that they don't want their kids on school buses, on city buses. They want to have their own buses where they move their kids around themselves in a Heimish environment. And then there are some yeshivas that are okay with their kids going out on school buses. But if there's any yeshiva that needs help getting bus passes for their kids, as soon as I take off, they need to let me know, and we will work with the Department of Education to try to get that done. If there's a yeshiva that's having a problem, I will work with that. When we were kids, we had the bus passes. I took the B9, I took the B11, and when it didn't come, I walked from Borough Park to Flappers. No, then you have to get on the scooter and what's the other thing? The razor. All these things I'm afraid of.
Weil Kalman, Schkoyer, more the boy say, jetzt sind sie Councilman, alles so ausgehört, hat Differenz im Schaffs und mehr von so Matzlier sein, und so sein, ich bin im Schaffs.